with us now here on the Hill, the Texas Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar, senior member of the House Appropriations Committee. Congressman, nice to see you in person.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. We always do this remotely, so I appreciate you coming in. I always enjoy hearing your perspective because you're one of the moderate Democrats, right? You're one of the folks that actually will cross party lines, at least have the conversations with Republicans. With that as the backdrop, you also were one of the Democrats who voted against the House bill. How do you square sort of 3 Senate Democrats voting for it, but your entire party in the House voting against it?
Well, look, first of all, we don't want to have a government shutdown, but we certainly don't want to have millions of people that are going to lose their Obamacare subsidies itself. So we want to make sure that we can go ahead and work something out. I know we can. Look, I was part of the conference committee back in 2019 when the government shut down under Trump 1 for 35 days, and we were far away. But we were able to open up the government. Unfortunately, it took 35 days. There's always a way of working this out.
So what is the off-ramp here? As you see it, what's the off-ramp? Like, what gets you, a moderate who will work with the administration, to say, okay, let's do it, I'm in?
Okay. Well, this is what I would do if I was in charge. But I'm not in charge, but I would say this. Look, we can pass the CR, and then at the same
short-term spending bill.
Yeah, it's a short spending rule. Then we can pass a rule that says that it would deem it, in other words, it would pass, deem the subsidies in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever we want to do it. So this way, for sure, it will get passed, but it would give us at least 2 weeks or a month to negotiate whether we lowered some of the caps or whatever we need to do. So there are ways that we can do things at the same time. It's a procedural vote called deem it passed.
Why are you focusing on the Obamacare subsidy extensions now? Republicans say you could wait until the end of the year. You've got one of the biggest districts along the border, and the Border Patrol there is saying stop playing political games. They don't know when their next paycheck's coming. So I hear you focusing on Obamacare subsidies. I see the Border Patrol in your backyard saying stop playing political games. How do you square both of those, saying we're going to talk about health care, but maybe not paying some of these folks?
Well, I was standing with Border Patrol back in 2019 when they shut down, when the Republicans shut down the government itself, and I stood there with them, and I'm standing there with them again. The problem is, I got about 113,000 people in my district. They're going to see their premiums more than double. Over 113. Border Patrol does have insurance, but there are some people that don't have anything. I also have over 55,000 people that are going to lose their Medicaid once this big, beautiful bill comes in. So there are ways that we can work this out. And look, I talked to Border Patrol. I talked to them when I was flying up here on Monday.
Right.
And I work with them very closely.
No, you do all the time, which is why I bring it up, right?
Yes.
Like we talk to you on the show all the time about the Border Patrol issues. To your point, Chuck Schumer, do you feel as if he needs this fight to prove something to the base?
Well, I think that's a question he needs to answer, but
what do you think?
But well, we saw what happened last time where he worked this out, so I think he needs to show something to the base. But at the same time, I don't want to speak for him, but I would say for myself, I got 113,000 people that are going to see their insurance premiums more than double what they're paying right now.
Give me a date, if you don't mind, or a number of days you think this all gets figured out, and when?
Well, this can be done quickly. We were here, as you know, we had votes set for Monday and Tuesday. Our Republicans that control the White House, they control the Senate, they control the House. They cancel votes, but they were here doing a press conference today. But instead of having a press conference, they could have sat down with us very quickly. I asked them to look at what I said.
Okay.
You can do the CR and deem the subsidies passed in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so that gives everybody time to negotiate.
All right. We want to hear from the other side of the aisle. I do appreciate you coming in,
Thank you so much.
Congressman Cuellar, Democrat from the great state of Texas.